Hibiki and I follow Hachiroku as we go into the stone storage and to 8620. Upon arrival, Hachiroku's voice hardens.
試験は予定通りに行います。状況次第では空車ではなくなるかもしれませんが。
After saying that, Hachiroku taps her ears.
レイナからの教官です。駅の方でポーレット様が苦戦しているようですので。
乗せてくれという懇願か。
はい。どうなさいますか？これだけ人が集まってしまった以上は。
だな。乗せても乗せんでも、失敗しても成功しても、あっという間に噂は街に広がるだろ
う。それでは。
そのための訓練は十分積ませてもらったつもりだ。営業運転では、これ以上の環境激変もザラだろうしな。
ですよね。私も大丈夫です。良いお言葉と良いお顔です。
Hachiroku breaks into a smile, but quickly goes back to her stern instructor face.
では、レイナにはそう伝えます。私は、このままナイロ221に乗車しましょう。
運転ボディへタブレット交換はしないのか？
この体の方が汎用性に優れます。モニターだけでなく、接客もあるかもしれませんので。
了解だ。ならば、僕からはもう何もない。
I stand up straight and salute. Hibiki imitates me immediately. Hachiroku does a return salute many times more proper than ours, before quickly turning her back to us.
次に会うのは、湯の出となることを期待します。
ならば、湯の出。
はい、湯の出。
If I seek help, then I fail. That is what Hachiroku meant as she disappears into the passenger car. There's no more time to waste.
響、オイル周りの点検を。僕は走行部周りの点検をする。
はい。
I follow up on checks of 8620 by heading off to Model 22, Nairo 221. It's a passenger car where I don't know what to check for, but I look around to see if anything may be out of place.
8620、ナイロ221、ともに走行部周り、点検よし。
オイルよし、各部点検よし。
We point and do callouts. Next, we must check the functions of the instruments. First, I need to get to the driver's stand and wobble. Hibiki's face is right there. I hold Hibiki close and... No, she's the one holding me.
なんだ、立ちくらみというやつか。いささか、気合を入れすぎたか。
I think I said that to reassure Hibiki, more than to reassure myself. I don't feel off in my condition. I think I just lost my balance.
すまんな。無駄な時間を食った。
兄さん。
まあ待て。話は落ち着いてからだ。
I grab the handrail and secure my footing on the ladder. No problem at all. I just need to pick myself up and...
Le?
I see the ceiling. What's going on? Did I fall again?
Hibiki!
I fell on top of her. I frantically turn around to get off and find Hibiki already up and smiling at me.
私は平気。大丈夫です。
Holy. Despite what she's saying, her smile soon clouds.
それより、兄さん。
おかしいな。なんだ、これは。
Hibiki has gotten up and is now looking down at me. That means I'm still on the ground. I thought I was going to stand up right away.
手足が。なんだ。なんでこんなに。
I'm shaking. Not just my appendages, but my whole body. I don't feel cold at all, but
平気ですよ、兄さん。
Hibiki embraces me softly. She's warm and smells good. I also notice how soft she is. Hibiki puts her arm underneath mine and helps me up.
怖くないです。大丈夫です。
Jesus Christ.
いや、僕は。
I'm not afraid. That's what I'm thinking, but those words don't come out of my mouth. Even my tongue is stiff. I'm still shaking despite my will. My body is in fear.
兄さん、あまり無理しないでください。
なんだ。泣きそうな顔しているぞ。
I can't worry Hibiki. I force the next words out slowly, in a desperate attempt not to worry her.
それほど大げさに心配するな。睡眠も休息も取れている。僕は無理など。
ストルマン
It's Hibiki's voice from when we were young, and when she's about to cry. Her tiny body shivers as she looks up at me in a glaring way.
だって兄に事故で、だから鉄道のこと本当は怖くないわけなんて。
I can feel my brain turning through my eardrums. My breath goes deep down into my stomach. That's right. So that's what it was.
なるほどな。これは過去の震えか。
This time the words come out smoothly. My mind and body finally connect with each other.
あの時のことを思い出し、過去の僕が今に怯えて震えているのか。
兄に変わってもら
変わるとは。
う。例えばポーレットさんとナギちゃんとにとか。
それは。
I'm at a loss for words. From Hibiki's sudden suggestion. Like unleashing a dam, Hibiki's words continue in an unstoppable way.
だって別に試験ば合格せんかって。当選ばしたら乗務もどのみち減るばって。
なるほどな。
My hands aren't shaking. I can move them normally. I wrap my hand behind Hibiki's head and pat her gently.
だから私は兄さん、そこまで無理をしなくても。
うん。
もう構わないと思うんです。ここまでで兄さん十分すぎるほど頑張って結果も出してるんですから。
Hibiki pushes me away strongly. Our faces are close to each other's.
だから運転は機関士はもうおしまいにして、それで今度こそ兄さんの本当にしたいことは。
僕が本当にしたいこと。
Not out of responsibility, not out of duty, not out of gratitude, not out of atonement. After washing all that away, what is left? I'm already facing what's in my heart.
それはな、響き。二つあるんだ。
二つ？
一つは響き。お前をこの手で支えることだ。お前がそれを僕に求める限り。いや、
Don't mince words. That's not what I really want to do.
お前がたとえ僕を不要と拒んだとても、僕はお前を支えたい。お前の力になりたいのだ。
Hibiki moves. The moment I realize that the distance between us has disappeared. Hibiki moves her head. And now only our lips touch. Don't make the noises, alright? While kissing, Hibiki tries to say something. Always. Even if she doesn't say it, I can feel it. Hibiki breathes through her nose, tickling my face. Her breath becomes shorter. We kiss and she tells me what she wants. She's freezing there. She's frozen there. She's probably having an internal conflict, thinking about what to do now. I let go of her lips with mine. Her mouth opens slightly, longing for more, so I give her a quick peck. I grab her chin to make her surprised face focus on me.
よかろう。ずっとだ。
はい。ずっと。
Suddenly, Hibiki slaps her own cheeks with both hands, surprised at that my hand lets go of her chin. Although blushing, Hibiki turns to me with her own will.
ずっとでも妹だからって理由じゃ嫌です。
ああ。
I see. I've already made up my mind. I believe that Hibiki also has, so I kiss her. But perhaps the emotions can't be communicated without saying them out loud.
私は右田宗哲さんのことが好きです。それは恋っていう意味の好きで。
Perhaps she does it subconsciously, but Hibiki's body tenses up.
だから私はあなたの恋人になりたいです。
ありがとう、響。
She tells me, and I understand. This does make me feel relieved. My heart feels warm, and I feel as if something precious is shared between us.
僕も響が大好きだ。僕は恋愛をよくは知らぬが、これが恋だと思っている。僕にとっての恋とはこれだ。
Look at how fucking fast Sotetsu says he loves Hibiki. Bro, fucking Yuma never says it. You know what? That's the worst part of Isekai. He never says he loves Shinku, even when he is able to. Tears well up in the corners of her eyes. Tears wash Hibiki's cheeks, turning them to a rosy color. You don't have to cry. But you don't have to cry, as I think that those transparent tears touch me too. That this is love. That is why people sing and tell tales of it. I'm in love. I'm here with Hibiki, the person I love. My sister. I mean, that's enough to warm my heart. Hibiki's tears fill us up and make that lovers all the more vivid.
一生、僕は響のそばにいたい。
This is desire. It's ego itself. And yet, there is someone who happily accepts that ego. My world fills with color. My world changes shape.
恋人として、そしていずれ、響の夫となって、ずっと。
は
With a teary smile, we kiss again. With an indescribable emotion, we deliver a kiss to each other. Hibiki's smell, her temperature. I want to enjoy it more, but that's why, but that will be saved for later.
それでな、響。僕にはもう一つだけ本当にしたいことがあるのだ。
She nods slightly and stands up without waiting for me to continue.
なら、私も、
ニーニーでいい。恋人になろうと夫になろうと、僕はお前の兄でもあるのだ。
Bro, no, do not say that. I get incest is normalized in anime. Keep that shit to the bedroom, okay? She breathes a sigh of relief, but looks dissatisfied. Right after making that face, Hibiki straightens out her expression.
私も、ニーニーと一緒にやります。したいこと。それが、どんなことであっても。
心強いな。
We hold hands and stand up. And like the earlier calamity was all a bad dream, Hibiki and I briskly enter the cab. Meanwhile, Hachiroku's just...
ならば響。僕に手を貸せ。僕の望みのもう一つは、線路の上でしか果たし得ぬのだ。
Meanwhile, Hachiroku was sitting in the passenger cab being like, man, these guys are taking so long. What's taking these guys so long?
任せてください。
With the one scoop in hand, Hibiki smiles. An innocent, boyish smile that is ever so beautiful.
2分で90からでいいですか？
そうだな。まずは圧を上げよ
う。2分で90杯。
A light crunching sound echoes as the one scoop digs into the mountain of coal. The door to the furnace creaks open, and coal is scattered to the hearth. That's right. We have to start by raising the pressure. Just through every step. We can't arrive at the last stop that quickly. Fill up the pressure to move, connect to the passenger car, then connect to the triangular junction. We'll enter the line in Ohitoyo, and at that point allow those passengers on.
空気圧縮機よし。ブレーキテストよし。
水位十分。蒸気圧よし。
It'll go well. Everything should go well. I've overcome the hardest part together with Hibiki.
バイパス弁開け。シリンダー排水弁開け。
フロア止め弁閉めます。
入れ替え信号よし。地面、単弁、1。運転。
I turn briefly to Hibiki. Our eyes meet, and we nod. Set the reversing gear to forward.
出発進行。
出発進行。
We slowly start moving. Together, Hibiki and I join our strengths to run through Ohitoyo. Okay. What took so long? Migita Hibiki. That name. There's no way I can mistake that for anything else. But I can't help but look at it again and again.
よし。
I fold it in two and put it in the voting box. I hear a light tapping noise. At the same time, I feel like my shoulders suddenly become lighter. After voting, I head outside and see Hibiki there. Under the bright summer sun, she's talking with Hachidoku, a smile on her face brighter than the sun itself.
すまんな、響。待たせたか。
ううん。私も今投票を終えたとこ。ほー。おー。
For some reason, Nagi and Fukami clamor at our ordinary conversation.
やっぱり深見ちゃんの言う通りみたいわい。でしょでしょ。なんか雰囲気違ったんだもん。あ。
Hibiki turns bright red. Nagi's about to say something, but Fukami quickly stops her. I don't get it. I look at Hachidoku and Reina, and they both look up at me with envy. But both look up to me with envy.
はお。いいですね。レイナ、すっごく羨ましいです。
What do you mean by that?
レールロードには縁のないことではありましょうが、そうですね。いささか憧れるものはあります。
ああ。
I sigh. If it's this they're talking about, I understand.
確かに今は、レールロードに投票権はないものな。が、響が市長になれば、そのあたりも。
It's... Actually, you know what? No. You know what? Okay, if rail lords don't get to vote, then surely the engineers get 2 votes, right? If they have a rail lord with them. I don't think if I don't know if she just laughed at me or with me. I couldn't tell as it was sudden and subtle. Everyone smiles as Hachidoku tries to console me.
相鉄様は変わられませんね。良くも悪しくも。
ん？
いいえ、レイナ、すっごく変わったと思いますよ。だって、お顔がニコニコですもん。
I touch my face after hearing that. We are here today because of our hard work. I didn't think I had the capacity to smile anymore.
兄さん。
But Hibiki looks happy. I probably am happy. I probably am making the same face.
戻りましょう。レールショップに。ねえねえとポーレットさんと交代しなきゃ。
そうだね。
We hold hands. Hibiki looks a bit surprised, but she holds my hand back.
やっぱりわい。でしょでしょでしょ。
No.
I don't think they should be happy that even when Hibiki and Sotetsu are dating, fucking Sotetsu still wants her to call him Big Brother. So that's what they meant. That's why they were so excited.
報告の必要があるとは思っていなかったが。
I say as Nagi and Fukami jump up. Like, that's some fetish shit right there, right? I'm being looked at with eyes full of hope, but I don't know what the right thing to say is.
僕と響は昨日から恋人同士になった。
It's such a dry way to tell everyone. Kind of awkward wording as well, hey? What can you do? Still, Fukami's eyes start spinning, and she turns red in the face, steam practically funneling out of her ears.
昨日からって、はぁ、深見ちゃん、話してく
He's a fucking pervert.
そういう意味じゃないから。
Fukami, what are you thinking? Hibiki lets out her hand, lets go of my hand frantically, and starts running down the road.
兄さん、私、先行きます。
No.
Hibiki also red in the face as she runs off. Her neck and even her calves are red. Why are her calves red?
あれあれ、響さん、どうしちゃったんでしょうか。
わからんな。
You knew that Fukami was a pervert. Fukami and Nagi literally have romance routes together. You say that like everyone with a romance route is a pervert. Like, are you telling me Reina's a pervert? I hear a snort from both sides. Hachidoku and Nagi seem to be thumbing their noses at me. Fukami's making a similar face. If she wasn't holding in her nosebleed, I'd be surrounded by snorts of laughter.
日比姉ちゃん、こら苦労しそうばい。でも、響さん、そういう苦労、むしろ喜びそうかも。結構好きそう。教えるの、とか。
No, because Reina is a standalone route and Fukami's and Nagi's route. Sotetsu dates both of them at the same time, right?
深見ちゃん、教えるって。
But that's because they're never seen apart.
別に、そういう意味じゃなくて。
なんだ、深見も響と同じことを言うのだな。そういう意味とは。
どういう意味です？
Fukami runs away and Nagi quickly chases after her. Hachidoku, Reina, and I are left behind. Oh, and Navi, which is flying above.
空から行くか。お前たち二人とならば同情できよ
う。Reina's face lights up, but she shakes her head no. Hachidoku smiles in response and then quickly takes a step forward.
いいえ、このまま。
Upon hearing that, I realized something. I don't know when Hachidoku started sounding so gentle.
この歩幅のまま、ゆるりと歩いてまいりましょう。
Time passes relaxed and slower than a snail.
う。
The ticking second hand irritates me. The carefree noontime disappears and the rail shop has a heavy atmosphere.
現在、開票率は 64% です。
On the TV screen's bar graph, there are two bars that are higher than the rest. Mikita Hibiki and Hosho Kisaki, the difference is only 40 votes, so the projected winner isn't declared yet.
試験走行に成功しても、これほどの接戦になりますか。
試験走行の成功に歓喜した層は、もともと、ひーちゃんの支持層やけんね。
Yeah, I want to know what fucking Makota's reaction is to hearing that Hibiki and Sotetsu are dating now.
それはそうでしょうが。組織が固いんです、銀行系は。その上、今日はお天気最悪でしたから。
天気が最悪？いや、総会に晴れ、暑くもなりすぎなかったろう。
それが、私たちの選挙には最悪なんです。
今日のお天気、絶好の行楽日和いうやつやけんね。
ああ、
I understand with that remark. I see. In other words,
風を吹かせるような不動票、その原動力たる特定の支持者を持たない層の投票者は、
そうです。お天気良すぎると、投票じゃなくレジャーに行ってしまうんです。
なるほどな。
対して、動員をかけられてる層は確実に投票するけんね。低投票率は組織が強い候補の有利と働くとよ。
つまり、太陽が風を止め、妃の組織はその実力をフルに発揮したわけか。
unexpectedly, the atmosphere lays heavy. Still, I think it's possible that we can win, but I'm worried nonetheless. We've done everything we can, but the results can't be controlled. Votes and electronics and elections in general are unpredictable like that.
開票率 81% になりました。
The numbers greatly change. Hibiki's numbers jump, pulling her ahead of Kisaki by 3 digits.
急に勢いが出てきたばい。ああ。
Paulette's expression loosens. Tension seems to leave her voice.
開票結果は票数が少ないところから集計が来るの。つまり、お人よの中心部以外の場所から。それって、つまり、どういうことばい？山の方とかが最初に開票されて、心当たりは最後になるってことだよ、なぎちゃん。
Fukami's voice is springy. The understanding starts to spread throughout the rail shop.
いうことは、
うん。
For the people who live in the mountains and rarely come to town, we were unable to sway them. The influence of Kisaki and the bank should be much higher for them, but
苦戦必至の地域でも響は優位に戦い、開票が主戦場とした都市部に移行するのでしたら。やったー！やら、響さん、これからどんどんもっと有利になるんですね。
the inner city and the blacksmith town are full of Hibiki's supporters. That means
出ました、当確。宝生木崎候補、当確です。
なんでばい！画面と全然違ってるばい！
but then a murmur occurs from the screen. Suddenly, the announcer gasps, realizing her mistake.
失礼しました。当確は右田候補です。右田響候補、当選確実です。
He's a fucking paid announcer.
響。
She was literally reading off the script. Hibiki, who's been silent all along, springs onto her feet. She jumps into my arms and rubs herself all over me. In front of Makoto?
よくやったぞ、響。当選だ。お前の勝ちだ。勝ったのだ。
ありがとうございます。兄さん、けど。
She pulls herself away before turning to everyone else.
私のじゃなく、みんなの勝利です。おめでとう。
I've never heard Sotetsu that happy. Even when Hachidoku was basically proposing to Sotetsu in her route.
よう頑張ったね、ひーちゃん。
お見事です。響、相鉄様。万歳！万歳！万歳ですー。だるまに目入れるばい。なぎちゃん、それやるの響さ さんだよ。
ここは賑やかで楽しいね。
キサキ先輩。
Hibiki hears the voice past the crowd and starts running toward it. I didn't think Kisaki would be here now, but I want to see but what I see reverses what I thought.
あ、本当にキサキさ
ん。なぜ今ここに？自分の選挙事務所は？
当選できないと分かったからね。おつやみたいな状況さ。
ああ。
That's right. The bank's information gathering power surpasses ours greatly. Kisaki must have found out that her battle was over much earlier than us.
お悔やみの言葉を聞いていたって何にもならない。それよりは、事前の策を取るべきであると思ってね。
事前の策？
当選おめでとう、響。
Kisaki holds out her hand to Hibiki while ignoring my question. They share a firm handshake. Hibiki's face relaxes gradually.
それでね、響。僕は、今日は新市長への売り込みに来たんだよ。
売り込みですか？でも、エアクラ工場の誘致なら。
それは撤回を覚悟している。売り込みたいのは、全く別の、僕自身さ。
Huh? Slavery.
僕って、キサキ先輩？
ああ。
I mean, like, Kisaki Hibiki threesome? Never mind. They release their handshake and Kisaki throws another question to Hibiki.
響に、僕を使ってほしい。客車回収プロジェクトにでも、その他どんな場面にでも。
使います。喜んで使わせてもらいます。大歓迎です、キサキ先輩。
Kisaki catches Hibiki jumping onto her, exhaling from her weight. A very short sigh of relief. Kisaki may have been nervous too. I see. So this is Hibiki's future. The smiles of the main virtual art also included Kisaki's. Smiles of the main visual art. Jesus. For Hitoyo and all of its people. That is the future that Hibiki drew. Still.
これはそうです。おめでとう。
ありがとう。そして、これから、どうかよろしく頼む。
こちらこそ。
I hold out my hand for a handshake. I do that to drive a wedge between Hibiki and Kisaki and to slide between them. If this is the future Hibiki drew up, then it's a future I want to be a part of. I will always be by Hibiki's side. Fuck. I won't let anyone take that place. Kisaki x Hibiki ship name. I wasn't expecting another what is it? A scene. Yeah, another scene. It's the sound of the train. A sound I know well. I'm dreaming. I know that, but I don't wake up.
次の駅で降りたいんですけど。
I think this scene is shorter than the rest of them.
ああ。
It's the sepia-colored passenger car. It's the same scenery, but the silhouette differs.
みちこ。
残念。すぐに分かっちゃうね。びっくりさせようって思ったのに。
This is like Dexter's worst nightmare.
わからんわけがない。僕らは双子なんだから。
Rumble, rumble. The sound that stuck in my ears for years sounds the same today. But there is a change. The meaning seems to reveal itself.
ミチコ、大人になったのか。
My twin sister died long ago, without ever being able to grow up. But right now, the one in front of me is the adult Michiko.
慣れたんだよ。大人に。そうちゃんが大人になってくれたから。
Dexter, spell true correctly.
ああ、
Couldn't even spell it. I understand now. I understand because we're twins. Michiko is like me, and yet also different. Then why wasn't she grown up in Hachiroku's rap? Never mind. You know what? Don't worry about it. We're like the reflections of the mirror.
僕は子供だったのか。
I still had the scars from the accident, and my heart was still that of a kid.
僕は大人になれたのか。
Apparently he didn't grow up in Hachiroku's route though. But Hibiki softly embraced me. A cocoon of countless smiles healed me.
それでミチコも。
違うよ。そうちゃん。
He knows even when I don't say it out loud. Even so, Michiko tells me,
私じゃなくて世界だよ。世界の全部がそうちゃんを映す鏡なの。
ああ、そうなんだな。
I know that. Hibiki taught me that. When I was dead inside, the world was also dead. Hibiki opened my eyes and brought color to my world.
世界の姿を決めているのは世界を映す僕の目だ。
The sepia colors fade. Even this world becomes colored vividly. Well, where is it? My heart finally learned that the world is a beautiful place.
綺麗ね。この客車。ずっと怖かったけど、本当はこんなに綺麗だったんだね。
ああ。
I don't have to ask again if she was afraid, because I too was also afraid. Rumble, rumble. Rumble. I don't feel the shock of the brakes, but the rhythm of the tracks is changing. Train is gradually slowing down. The final stop is almost here.
さよならか。
さよならだね。
Michiko holds out her hand to me. The same hand she used to push me away when saving my life.
ありがとう、ミチコ。今までずっと。
I grip her hand tightly, then let it go.
これからだって双子だよ。
Michiko smiles. She makes a playful grin. Like when we were kids. That's right. This is how Michiko smiles. Remembering that makes me want to cry.
じゃあ、さ、行くから。また会うときはずーっと先でいいけど。
The train stops. The doors open. And Michiko disappears beyond them. I stay exactly where I am.
声だけでもさ、届けに来てね。私、お姉ちゃんにも会ってみたいし。
ミチコ。
バイバイ。そうちゃん。
The door closes. The train begins to move again. The passenger car isn't where I belong. I wake up and head to the driver's stand. Maitetsu.
最後にお人よ駅前整備についてお伺いいたします。
What was the point of the scene being so short if there was a scene if there was going to be a scene after? Right? Like, why couldn't you have just moved that onto move that to this one? We set up an automaton clock in front of Ohitoyo Station as the symbol of Ohitoyo tourism. Kisaki's idea received support from every branch.
仕掛け時計の人形を蒸気機関車とレールロードを模したものにという案なのですが、
But there will always be differing opinions when it comes to details. The assembly person represents the people. They're the ones who try to secure someone's benefits.
確かに蒸気機関車は新しいお人よのシンボルでしょう。が、真にお人よを代表する名物は伝統ある生地馬です。
The assembly person is supported by the Lumbering Association. So trying to advertise the cute and plain woodcraft Kijiyuma would likely lead to more lumbering.
議員のご意見、大変興味深く伺わせていただきました。
I didn't know this before becoming mayor, but the questions for the hearings are given to me beforehand, which ultimately allows me to prepare an answer and make good use of time during assembly meetings.
また、観光組合様からも同様のご陳情をいただき、原案を修正する必要があるかと理解しております。
That's why it doesn't trouble me. I have an altered plan that Nini came up with that solves and improves upon the current one.
こちらをご覧ください。
The other assembly persons use a flipboard created by the secretary to draw out designs, draw out diagrams and charts to explain themselves. I, on the other hand, use my own sketchbook. For me, at least, that's just the best way I can get my message across. My relationship with Nini started with drawing. Not to mention, I met Kisaki because I drew. Those experiences are what made me strong. The lines I've drawn up until today have supported me. I'm not at a loss for words when I have my pictures.
新しい人形配置のラフスケッチです。埋床時に時計正面の蓋が開き、回転する仕組みを想定してます。
ああ、これは線路で作った輪の上でたくさんの人形を回して順次見せるということですか。
レイルロードを乗せた SL、生地馬、観光川下り船、ウンスンカルタを競技する人たち。
These are all Ohitoyo specialties. You can't rank them by importance. That's why I made them all as cute dolls and have spun them around so that everyone can see them.
人形も時計もお人よの職人さんに制作依頼して、さらにお人よの色を出したシンボルにしていきたいと。
なるほど。
Solution that Nini gave me makes the assembly person smile.
さすが市長。素晴らしい修正案をありがとうございます。これでしたら、よりお人よの魅力が伝わりますね。
And if Paulette was the one who came up with this plan, she'd be fucking heckled.
ご賛同ありがとうございます。
There are still challenges to the idea, though. There will be people who try to sell their products as their specialty. If we included all of them, it will be buried under. There will come a time when we have to choose what stays and what's discarded. But that's the right way to do things. Well, it taught me that, rather than going for an ambivalent but but unanimous agreement. One should always aim for bills that can obtain a simple majority. Listen, I forgot how to pronounce unanimous, alright? In order to do that, having a serious conversation about it will correctly represent the will of Ohitoyo's people.
ご答弁をありがとうございました。議長、私からは以上です。
Applause from around the hall. Thanks to the good question. I think the hearing was fruitful. I feel pretty good about it.
的場議員の質問を終わります。以上にて定例市議会本日の日程を終了します。
ありがとうございました。
That's good. I managed to overcome today's hearing again. Thanks to Kisaki, there isn't a big opposition. But it's still a big relief knowing it went well. Look, all I'm saying is that just think about the fact that the two best candidates to becoming mayor were fucking high school students. Like, excuse me? Even if a question doesn't have any malice behind it, giving a wrong answer can cause issues. Paulette, for one, really had it hard. It was decided on during assembly that the aircraft factory invitation would be scrapped, but I heard that the hearing was terrible when the opposition was strong. They would throw in unscheduled questions, or sometimes hide the materials for the hearing outright. Even if Paulette didn't win there, she never lost to them. That's why the factory opposition was never taken down. Those who spoke up to protect the environment and the Kuma River, their voices were never erased. When I stood at the head of that assembly, it made me realize just how amazing that is.
私、すごく幸運なんだ。
But you know, they're both 18 years old, right? Even if Hibiki is a year younger than Kisaki, they're both 18. Because Paulette taught me about governance, I'm managing to get by as mayor, even if it's just barely.
みんなに、私、支えてもらえてるんだ。
It's not just Nini. It's not just Kisaki. Paulette, Nene, Hachiroku, Reina, Nagi, Fukami, everyone.
だから、私も、少しでも。
響。
I almost chatted out Nini, but quickly stopped myself. We're still at the assembly, and I'm the mayor. Nini Nissan is the primary secretary. Okay. It'll cause problems for Nissan if I don't keep things professional. I don't know, this looks pretty fucking nepotistic? Is that even a word? But that makes me happy. Nini came to get me. As a rule, only assembly persons can enter the assembly hall. Secretaries are no exception. That's why Nini calls out to me a half step away from the door of the assembly hall.
市長、お呼びのようですが、お時間大丈夫ですか？
time, the assembly just closed.
やだ、遅刻しちゃう。
The entire assembly breaks out into laughter. Ah, this is no good. I totally messed up on keeping things professional.
議員処刑。参考人右田相鉄秘書の議場への入場を許可してもよろしいですか。
異議なーし。
賛成多数と認めます。では右田相鉄秘書の議場入場を許可します。
Only one person.
ありがとうございます。議長さん、皆さん。
すぐ準備。
僕も手伝う。大丈夫。
Nini's voice, Nini's warmth, Nini's smell. Excuse me? Just being near him calms me. No wonder he isn't being... No wonder he isn't allowed in the fucking assembly hall.
お待たせしました。
I fuck...
もう行けます。
God damn it. My mind and body are both frantic, but telling me to stand by cleaning up, helps me focus. What? Start by cleaning up, Jesus Christ.
それじゃ、皆様、お先に失礼いたします。
I hear people say good luck and don't get into an accident. Don't jinx it, please. I've told the assembly persons that I have an operation duty today. They acknowledge it and even support it.
兄さん、
ナビを待たせてある。込み入った話だったら、空の上での方が。
すごく簡単な話です。走りながらでも大丈夫。
そうか。なら。
Nissan holds my hand. He gently but firmly holds it so that I don't get lost.
私、
That's why I can become stronger. These hands will always protect and support me. He's willing to run with me while matching my stride. We can go anywhere together.
私、お人よをもっと素敵な街にしたいです。みんなにもっと笑顔になってほしいから。
なら、そうしよう。必ずできるさ。響と僕なら。
Look, all I'm saying is this is the most unrealistic part of the game. Like, not that Hibiki, you know, a fucking high schooler is the mayor of a town, but that Hibiki and Sotetsu not only being siblings, but dating would be the biggest fucking scandal imaginable. Did I read that? I didn't need to. Please smile, Nissan. More than anyone before anyone.
そのためだったら、私、何だってしますから。
今戻った。
Bullet and Reina are already at the stone storage. Hosho Kisaki is watching the shop alone.
ああ、響、相鉄。おかえり。ただいまです。すいません。質疑応答が長引いちゃって。常務まではまだ時間がある。問題ないさ。けど、込み入った話は常務の後かな。込み入った話って何ですか？
Hibiki goes inside while they talk. I hear a curtain being closed and the sound of undressing. She dresses completely different when she's Maya than when she's the engineer assistant. She said changing clothes helps her change her mindset. It also, you don't want your fucking suit to be dirty, do you? It's unprofessional, wouldn't you say? Why am I losing focus over this? Why am I so bothered by the sound of her undressing?
いいか悪いかで言えば、いいニュースだよ。
Naturally, Kisaki is not bothered at all. She doesn't even look at Hibiki as she organizes some documents.
発注、また新しいのがあったんだ。
新しい発注って、その話なら昨日聞いているぞ。
昨日話したのは南海鉄道からの話だろ。それとは別口。四国はコンピラ鉄道からの発注さ。
今日また別口の発注が来たんですか？
Hibiki jumps out. I got flustered there for a second, but it seems she's already finished changing.
客車回収1両。ベース車両は蹄鉄22000系だから、今までのパーツも使える。いい話だよ。
No way. I'd never even think to place orders back to back like that.
すごいですね。ここのとこ、本当に毎週みたいに注文ありますね。
毛利の電車姫様とか言ったっけ？あの子が納品した客車の質を大いに気に入ってくれたそうでね。
ああ、
噂くらいは僕でさえ聞いたことがあったけど、いや、本当に大した人物のようだね、彼女は。
Yeah, she's so important, we'll never see her sprite. The Princess of Mori is male leader of the Maitetsu world. I already understand that. Is major leader. Jesus. But the princess's compliments are good things. After all, her influence could reach Maitetsu all around the country. However, that's only the trigger. Good reviews spread quickly. However, so do bad ones. And a single mistake can undo everything quickly. But it's because we properly do the initial orders and obtain experience that the seeds sowed by Princess Mori have been able to sprout. But Hosho Kisaki is amazing too. Paulette made the right decision to have her oversee all the finances.
けど、これほど注文が重なっちゃうと、やりくり大変じゃないですか？
そうだな。移送と納品のタイミングを間違えると、車両の置き場すらなくなりそうだ。
込み入った話っていうのはそこのところさ。
Kisaki nods as if she knew I wanted to say that. I would say that.
特需はいつまでも続かないが、湯の井線の営業に支障が出ては、本末転倒になってしまう。
だな。石像機関庫は実際ギリギリの状況だ。
The section for the passenger and freight cars are full. Even the storage sections of 8620 and Kiha 7 are sticking out with repaired cars.
入れ替え、結構ややこしいことになってきてますよね。
The passenger cars can't move on their own. That's why when moving 8620 or Kiha 7 to the main line, we have to use the moving car to push or pull the passenger cars.
お人よ鉄道に参加したいというマイテツさんもいらっしゃるのに、今は受け入れ余地もない。
そうしたロスを防ぎたい意味もあってね。最小規模の設備投資をするように提言したんだ。
回収施設を増強するということか。
うん。本当に必要最小限度だけ。いずれ特需がなくなっても、持て余さずに済む分だけを。
それはいいな。
いいですね、それ。
Hibiki's voice and my feelings match. Our eyes lock for a moment, and Hibiki gives a smile. In that case, I'll state our opinion.
僕たちとしても、研修庫というのだったか。検査と修理専門の車両庫の増設は希望したい。
だよね。それが妥当な判断。足元を固めないで上を目指すなど、愚の骨頂さ。
Because of our long relationship, she must have felt something. Hibiki turns her head to the side in an innocent way, a troubled tone in her voice.
ポーレットさんとキサキ先輩、意見が食い違っちゃってるんですか？
困ったことにね。
Maybe because she's talking with Hibiki. Kisaki shrugs her shoulders in an exaggerated way, but she looks like she's enjoying the conversation nonetheless.
ポーレットは路線延伸をやりたいとか言い出したんだよ。
路線延伸。
The moment I hear that, it's as if I saw the light. I'm impressed by Kisaki, but Paulette's equally impressive.
おや、相鉄は。相鉄様、響、そろそろ時間ですよ。
Yeah, stop fucking stalling.
うん。
Hatadoku in her maintenance body calls to us with Fukami and Nagi behind her.
今日も乗車率 100% みたいです。深見さん、そこで喜んでちゃいけんばい。お客さんたち、川下りにも来てもらわないと。だよね。
We're in the middle of our conversation when she blots that out. So I look to Kisaki. She nods as if to tell me she doesn't mind. It's true that this conversation should be discussed as a group together.
そうですさんも、響さんも。私たちのガイド、ぜひご乗車ください。そうばい、いつでん聞きに来るばい。長山のおばちゃんより上手なガイドしてみせるばい。
おお、それは大したものだな。
言い過ぎ、なぎちゃん、それはまだちょっと言い過ぎだよ。
It's true that the Nagayama lady, the wife of the ghost temple, used to work at the restaurant car. I hear that she does the Ohito guide, which is one of the main draws of the tourism train. Much better than these two locals.
まだってことは、追い抜いちゃう予定あるんだ。もちろんばい。今、いろいろコツとか教えてもらってますから。そうなんだ。じゃあ結構すぐかもしれないね。アンケートの満足率が逆転するの。
The tourism guide is on rotation between Nagayama and the Nagi and Fukami team. I don't know about Nagayama, but Nagi and Fukami are feeling rather competitive in a good way.
ですから、ぜひ。
ああ、そうさせてもらおう。機関女子候補の育成も。
はい、順調に進んでいます。ナギ様に後輩ができる日ももうすぐですよ。やったばい、後輩ばい。先輩ずらして午後ティー買ってこさせるばい。ダメだよナギちゃん、そんなことしちゃ。
Having the municipality focus on the restoration of tourism proved successful. The downstreaming boatmen and also the Omohari are back. Having a guide and some PR are thanks to having more room to spare. But even Nagi can't be a guide and engineer assistant at the same time.
ならば、新人機関女子の初乗務の日、僕と響とで乗客として8620に乗せてもらおう。
それでは、お二人の自信を喪失させるべく、ポーレット様と新人を最高にまで鍛え上げましょう。
望むところだ。
When we step outside the rail shop, I see Makura.
枕ね、ポーレットと打ち合わせか？
納品。蒸気焼酎と蒸気ラムネと、おかげで繁盛させてもろうたりますけ。
どういたしまして、こちらこそ。
After being victorious in the election, Makoto returns to her usual work. She couldn't let her employees deal with the deliveries, but Makoto comes to check on us herself.
ひーちゃん、ボタン。
The engineer assistant and the engineer, of course, are constantly battling with heat. Hibiki had unbuttoned her top button to prepare for that, but Makoto goes and buttons her up, buttons it for her.
機関車の半ば入っとらんときはね、ひーちゃん。お客さんから見たら、駅員さんやけん。
She nods and then checks her uniform, fixing her posture.
ありがとう。ねえねえ。これでどう？
立派。どっから見ても一人前。
Full-fledged. It's a commonly used phrase. Makoto telling that to Hibiki feels special to my ears.
ありがとう。ねえねえ。
He repeats the same words before Hibiki does a proper salute.
それじゃあ、行ってきます。
はいはい。気ぃつけてね。
Inside the engine shed, Ren is still working vigorously in her maintenance body. Wait.
入れ替え終わらせておいてくれたのか。
えへへ。レイナ、頑張っちゃいました。
Now all we need to do is move the passenger and freight cars and open up the main line in the direction of the train. In the direction our train needs to go. It's possible to do it. It's possible to do it alone, but considering the physical and mental work involved, as well as the time factor separating the duties, is certainly easier.
みんな、鉄道以外のこともいろいろやっているのに、レイナはこれしかできませんから。
ああ。
She's as admirable as ever. I inadvertently pat her on the head.
ありがとう。助かった。だが、無理はするなよ。
はいです。そうてつくん、響ちゃん。
Bullet swiftly descends from the Kiha 7 driver stand.
今日の乗務の後って。
喜んで時間を作ろう。妃が言ってた話だろう。
多分そうです。延伸か増設の。
僕は延伸に一票だ。説明をきちんとすれば、妃も納得してくれるさ。では、行ってくる。
はい、お気をつけて、いってらっしゃい。いってらっしゃいです。
Being sent off with a bright voice like that, I'm sure the maintenance checks will go quickly. Once getting up in the driver's stand, Hachidoku already in her operation body.
さあ、参りましょう。
うん。
ボイラ水位適正です。
Brake test, bypass valve, and drain valve opening. Set brake position to drive and then forward full gear. In the meanwhile, Hibiki's finishing up the furnace. She points and does the callouts to me in quick succession.
出発進行
出発進行。
Ohitoyo's station's platform is filled with people waiting. We quickly enter the line and then stop and wait for the next departure. We also agree to only take the only take the photographs once we've departed.
相鉄様、発車時刻となります。
Holding Hachiroku by my side, Hachiroku carries a large bell.
湯の井往復観光特急 SL お人よ号、まもなく発車いたします。
You didn't hear that. A proud voice, the sound of a bell, and the steam whistle all resound together. A middle-aged lady nervously starts running, and Paulette helps. She waits for her to board and confirms the door closing.
客車ドアよし。
客車ドアよし。出発進行。
And then the train slides out. Naturally, we have the coupler stretched out. There's no shock from the departing train.
制限解除。よし。
Past the closed Kuamura station's limit release sign, the forest and the side of the tracks become vaster.
相鉄様、運転操作お任せください。
In the forest that people can't really enter. It's a forest that people can't really enter, but anything can happen on top of the tracks. The importance of looking ahead doesn't change, no matter where we are.
響、変わろ
はい、兄さん。
Hidden aside, rail lords. Our human's ability to focus only lasts so long. Which is why I trade roles with Hibiki. For the shoveling, the physical exertion of it will help me focus. Of it all will help me focus.
兄さん、さっきのお話ですけど。
う。
遠心ってものすごくお金かかっちゃうんじゃないですか？なのにどうしてこのタイミングで？
Hibiki maintains her focus to the front, and I maintain the shoveling pace. Normally this wouldn't be a good time for a conversation. For us though, it's okay. After all, we've built up enough experience to do that.
響、お前が言ったことだぞ。線路は本来どこまでも続くべきものだと。
それは客車回収事業がうまくいって各地が元気になったらっていうお話で。
After becoming mayor, the realities that Hibiki sees must have changed a little. The Hibiki of right now is much more mature than the one who gave the election speech. If nothing else, she chooses her words far more carefully now.
今延伸をするっていうのはいくらなんでも焦りすぎって思うんです。
Jesus Christ.
仮に各地の鉄道が活性化すれば、それで自然に線路は複線されていくものか。
それは。
In fact, even the Mori Electric Railway doesn't extend their line even 1 meter outside of Hiroshima. Expecting naturally reconnecting lines is difficult even if the situation is much better.
ポーレットは故に示そうとしているのだ。線路を延伸し、つなぐことによりメリット。
メリット。具体的にはどんな感じになりますか？
I shovel another scoop of coal. The sparks dance about like the flames of life.
まず設備。極端な話、小倉まで延伸できれば、心臓せずとも巨大な回収設備を使えるようになる。
それはコストに見合うほどのメリットですか？負担があまりにも大きくなるように思いますけど。無論分担するのです。延伸先の鉄道会社のみならず沿線の自治体などにも 資金や土地の提供を要請して。
That would be the typical thing to do. Todoko easily states what I was thinking.
でも、今、この辺の地方自治体は、どこも財政難ですよ。
より大きなメリットを示せば、発展の、いや、逆転のための投資を検討してもらえるさ。
In fact, Ohitoyo at the same time was the same. We chose to turn a blind eye to the negatives because we were in favor of the factory. Hibiki understood the reasons behind it, but just couldn't accept them.
わかりますけど、巨額投資でお釣りが出るほどのメリット、感じてもらえますかね。
例えばだ、九州全土の路線がつながり、そこを九州一周夜行寝台列車が走ると考えればどうだ。
A bright voice and a big nod that I can see even from behind.
そっか、線路のつながりが生み出すのは車両需要なんて小さなものだけじゃないんですね。
ああ。
The synergistic effect of connecting it has infinite possibilities. But if we can't hold out our hands to each other, a single person can only do so much, and for only so long.
だからこちらから手を差し出すのだ。どんなに小さな遠心でもいい、つながりの力を示すのだ。
納得しました。私も遠心に一票です。
Hibiki maintains her focus ahead, but laughs as she locks on.
やっぱりすごいですね、兄さんは。九州全土の観光地をつないじゃうなんていうプラン。
Looks on.
いや。
That's not true. Words come out of my mouth before I can think about them.
お前は誰よりそのことを理解できている。僕にそれを教えてくれたのは、響、お前だ。
いえ、あの演説は？
演説のことなど一部に過ぎん。
What Hibiki taught me was much, much bigger than that.
ジオラマを皆で作っていたとき、笑顔をつなげて広がる力を教えてくれた。
My thoughts finally catch up with my words. Yes, in the circle of people, Hibiki was always drawing. If Hibiki wasn't there, if her art didn't exist, we never could have connected with Kisaki either.
妃が僕らの中に加わり、お人よ鉄道はさらなる飛躍を遂げつつある。
No, it's not just Hibiki. Hibiki? It's not just Kisaki. Thanks to Hibiki, I was able to connect with so many people.
鉄道も人も同じ。孤立していてはその価値を生かせない。そのことを響、僕にお前が教えてくれたのだ。
それは私だって同じです。兄さんが応援をしてくれたから。
うん。
If that's true, that makes me happy. It honestly does. But holding on to one another, we found the strength to make someone else smile despite our solitude.
響。
I call out the name of my love. Hibiki truly is irreplaceable. I can never replace my other half, but with Hibiki by my side, Michiko, I'll move on from here. Hibiki showed me the way, getting off that passenger car and looking toward the future ahead. From Ohitoyo to the driver's stand of 8620, into anywhere else.
兄さん？
ん？
何かあったのですか？灯炭の音が止まりましたが。
ああ、いや、 何事もない。少しぼんやりとしてしまっただけだ。
Hachidoku and Hibiki don't break their focus toward the front. I briefly reminisce on the past. But then I snap out of it, instead deciding to face forward once more.
響き、
The nervous voice, she straightens her posture. This is bad. Making her nervous, like this could cause an accident. The moment I realize that, I pause and try to smile and just relax. What am I? Stupid? Yes. I'm not 5 years old. Practicing a little patience won't kill me. I mean, this isn't something to talk about while operating the train anyway.
お一人駅に折り返したら少し時間をもらえるか。大事なことを話したいんだ。
The back of Hibiki's neck turns red. How do you know that? If she were a boiler, she'd be likely to explode.
私、トタン、困ります。
停止位置、よし。短弁、カンブレーキ。逆転機、ミッドギア。
良い運転でした。相鉄様、響、お疲れ様でした。
うん。
お疲れ様。
Hatsudoku quickly inserts her tablet, changed into a maintenance body. Upon switching, she exits the driver's stand by herself. I'll help with the ticketing.
改札を手伝ってきます。戻るまで小休止していてください。
そうか。
She descends the ladder and heads to the ticketing gate. The people who've gotten off the passenger car crowd around Hachidoku and ask her to take a picture with them.
大人気ですね、86。
This is definitely an angle.
当然だろうな。あれは綺麗な上、なかなか気の利いたことも言う。
Hibiki suddenly pouts. I poke at her cheek, but she puffs it up to push back my finger.
面白いやつだな、響は。
私は面白いで、86は綺麗とか。
ああ、そういう拗ね方か。
I think she's a fool, but all the more adorable because of it. I hold her closed puffed cheek, and I hold her close puffed cheek and all. I stroke her hair and say what I'm thinking.
86と響との綺麗さにさほどの優劣はあるまい。優劣がもし生じるならば、それは好みの問題だ。
2位には。
She puffs up both cheeks this time, looking up at me while asking her question.
どっちが好みと？私と86。
Well, considering I did Hachidoku's route first.
圧倒的に響だ。それはお前も知っているだろ
う。それは、そうかもしれないけど。
綺麗と口先で言えば満足するのか？僕の行動と選択が何より一番の証拠だろうさ。
I hold her closer. Hibiki's warmth speeds up my heartbeat. I let Hibiki feel that through my chest.
綺麗も好みも関係なく、僕が愛する女は響だ。そうでなければ、目取りたいなどとは望まんさ。
目取るって。
なあ。
Damn, I got caught up in the moment and blurted that out like a right idiot.
すまん。もっとムードのある状況で。
ムードだなんだはどうでもいいけん。
そうか。
Hibiki stares back at me, teaching me of my own foolishness. That's right. It's not about the atmosphere. It's about what we're communicating, about what's in our hearts.
僕は調べた。義理の兄弟が結婚できるか。
知ってる。そんな私ずーっと前に調べとるもん。
What did I tell you? Since the start of the route, Hibiki wanted Sotetsu.
そうだったか。
I want to know how long ago that was exactly, but that's not a question to ask right now. Kato, with good wishes, as annoying as I am, still wishing the best. Thanks, Meow, and thanks for the hydrate. Hibiki's expressed that she wants me, so I want to tell her how I feel right now.
ならば響、僕はお前にプロポーズする。願わくば、僕の伴侶になってくれ。
And because it's empty, no zero for you. Thanks, I guess. Also, I guess TTS doesn't work with one bit. I'm glad I set a limit for it. In instant answer, her words overflow.
今すぐなります。役所に行って兄さんの妻に、伴侶に、女房に、奥さんに、ワイフになります。
そうか。ありがとう。
私こそ
なぜ泣く？
なぜって、そんな、嬉しいけん。
ああ、まったく。
Hibiki's emotions are overflowing. I'm happy to know that she loves me so much, though. But again, this isn't the most romantic setting. When all's said and done, it seems that we make a good couple.
ともかく落ち着け。入籍するより前に、一つだけ頼みたいのだ。
何をです？
墓参りをだ。
I was wondering how I should tell her. But it would seem that right now, with these words, is how I should tell her.
お墓参り。
僕には両親と妹がいた。今は死んでしまっているか。
I'm speaking of my family in the past tense. Of Michiko, dad and mum, I think I was able to accept, forgive, and be forgiven.
それでも紹介をしたいのだ。僕の妻、僕の新しい家族のこと。
Hibiki holds me close. I trace her cheek with my fingers, to which she responds by facing me and closing her eyes.
響。
The kiss is different from the previous ones. Perhaps I'm nervous, but I notice someone looking on from far away.
兄さん、どうかしましたか？
いや、少し視線が気になってな。
Got some fucking spectators. That's fine, a single heart is enough to get the point across. True. Hibiki jumps up. I hope Hachiroku managed to guide them away. The platform is now empty. Hibiki smiles. She nuzzles her face into my chest, and then looks up at me again.
いいです。見せつけてあげちゃいますよ。お人よのみんなに。 私の素敵な旦那様を。
Aww.
そうするか。
An empty station platform. A big poster on the bulletin board. The smiles of Ohito that Hibiki brought together.
愛している。響。
愛してます。兄さん。
That's really how they ended. The last words being fucking Nissan. God damn it. You know the worst part? I didn't even increase the volume, so now it's pretty quiet. So that's Yubiki's route. What are my thoughts? It was... How do I say this? There were some good parts, but like... It was... serviceable. Let's just say. There are a lot of parts in it though that were boring. Especially the politics parts. There were some interesting moments there. You know, when Hibiki was trying to campaign as mayor, right? There were some interesting parts that were good, right? But just it could have gone by faster is all I'm saying. But yes, outside of the politics part, was good. I mean, you know, it's how do I even talk about this route outside of just saying that it's all right, right? If I were to compare it to Hachidoku's route, it is definitely inferior in most aspects, outside of maybe like the romance. I mean, like, sure, you know, at least in Hibiki's route, she confessed to Sotetsu in not the final scene. In sure. All I'm gonna say is I was not expecting politics in my in a train in a game all about trains and train girl, one train girl, Reina, I guess, too, train girls. But yeah, I'd give this route like a 7 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10, you know. It wasn't the most compelling route. Look, I'm just trying to stall and get through these credits, alright? But the music was good. the outro song to Hibiki's the end credit song is good. You can't hear it though because I'm talking over it. So oops. But yeah. Thank God I stayed. I stuck through it to the end. As in the stream, because I was like, I wonder if I should end it. And I was like, no, the ending is close. And the ending was indeed close. You can't be serious. Why is Hachiroku's this CG, but Hibiki's is this one? I just feel bad for Hachiroku at that point. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a follow would be appreciated, and if you want to support me even further, you could always subscribe. But yeah. For the people on YouTube, I will see you again in Paulette's route.